I decided to look out my Ring camera in the middle of the night and saw blinking lights in formation. What is this? It's a strand of a spider's web. This is a very common illusion seen on security cameras at night. The camera's infrared illuminators, which are used for night vision, are very bright. If a single strand of a spider's web is floating in the breeze very close to the camera's lens, the small droplets of dew or moisture on the web will catch the infrared light and reflect it back, creating the appearance of a string of mysterious, blinking, or moving lights in formation. It's just a spider web, not a UFO. This metal stake is at least 73 inches long and has an eye hole at the head. It was originally 4 to 5 inches underground, but the finder was able to pull it up, so the head is now 26 inches above ground. It can rotate relatively freely. What is this massive stake for? It's an anchor for a guy wire, like the one in the example picture. A guy wire is a tensioned cable used to add stability to a tall, freestanding structure, such as a utility pole, a radio antenna mast, or a large tent. This long metal rod is the ground anchor. It is screwed or driven deep into the earth to provide a very strong anchoring point. The guy wire is then attached to the eye hole at the top of the anchor. Its length and robust construction are necessary to resist the immense pulling force of the tensioned guy wire. These small pink gemstone, crystal, or glass pieces have engravings on the tops and bottoms. They were recently given a supply of jewelry-making materials. What are they? This looks like quartz with decorative scarabs etched into it. These are carved gemstones, likely rose quartz, given the pink color, that have been shaped into a cabochon and then engraved with the image of a scarab beetle. The scarab was a powerful and sacred symbol in ancient Egypt, representing rebirth and regeneration. Scarab motifs became very popular in jewelry during periods of Egyptomania, such as in the 1920s after the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. These are beautiful components for making unique pieces of jewelry. The outside is like compressed dirt, but smells fishy. Inside is plastic, and some have a plastic paper with writing on the inside. Found them around the neighborhood. What are they? This is wildlife vaccination bait, specifically an oral rabies vaccine, ORV bait. These are distributed by public health agencies in areas where rabies is present in the wildlife population, like raccoons, foxes, and coyotes. The outer part is a fish meal-based bait that is attractive to these animals. Inside is a small plastic packet or blister pack containing the liquid rabies vaccine. When the animal bites into the bait, it punctures the packet and ingests the vaccine, immunizing it against rabies. They are a crucial tool for controlling the spread of this deadly disease. What is this structure in front of our house? The metal holding the lights on top is not attached to anything, and the light is a cheap solar power bulb. Is this a fancy show house? This looks like the mounting brackets for some high-intensity commercial lamps, which would have been used to light up the facade of the building at night. The concrete boxes are designed to act as shields or baffles, directing the light onto the building's face while shielding the neighbors from glare. The original powerful commercial light fixtures have been removed, and someone has simply placed a cheap solar-powered bulb there as a temporary or decorative replacement. What is this metal thing stuck in my car wheel? I found it lodged between the brake and the hubcap. I can make out a logo. It's an Ali Barbar vape. The A and L from the logo are visible in Pic 3. This is the metal body of a disposable vape pen from the brand Ali Barbar. It likely fell onto the road, and as the finder drove, it was kicked up by the tire and became perfectly wedged between the rotating wheel and the stationary brake components, creating the loud noise they heard. It is a very common piece of litter that, in this case, caused a very specific and noisy problem. What is this weird screw that is holding on our deck stairs? It has 8 points and is about 6 inches long. We're unsure of what bit we might need to properly get them out. This is a headlock screw. It is a heavy-duty structural wood screw designed for applications like fastening deck frames, carrying beams, or other large structural wood connections. It is much stronger and faster to install than traditional lag bolts. The unique 8-point star drive head requires a special, proprietary driver bit, which usually comes in the box with the screws. Without this specific spider drive bit, They are very difficult to remove. This is a multiple-leveled, hole-filled circular plastic wheel that spins independently. It's approximately 18 inches across and was found on a rural hunting property. What is it? This looks like a rotating fishing rod holder, possibly for mounting in a boat, on a pier, or in a vehicle. Each of the holes is designed to hold the handle of a fishing rod, keeping the rods organized, upright, and easily accessible. The rotating design would allow an angler to quickly select the rod they want. The link shows a similar, though more modern, design for a fishing rod display rack. This one is a more utilitarian version for practical storage. A small, light plastic thing was found in the washing machine when the clothes were taken out. It's an injection-molded piece with no text on it, weighing only 2.7 grams. It seems like a small, specialized tool, but for what purpose? Its discovery in the laundry suggests it might have been in a pocket. What do you think this could be? This is part of a tool used to clean window tracks. The link provided in the original discussion shows a small brush designed to get into the narrow channels of window or sliding door tracks. This plastic piece is the scraper end of that tool. It's used to dislodge stubborn dirt and grime from the corners of the track before the brush is used. It's a simple but effective cleaning gadget, and one that is small enough to be easily forgotten in a pocket and sent through the wash. This is a very light, white plastic box-like thing, about 2 by 1 by 1.5 inches. It has a small tab that looks like it clips into something and has slits on one side. It was found loose in a box with random things after moving. What is it? It's the aroma box from a humidifier, like the Breville model shown in the link. Many modern humidifiers have a feature that allows them to be used as an essential oil diffuser. This small plastic tray or box is where you would place a few drops of essential oil onto a small absorbent pad. The box then clips into the humidifier, and as the moist air is blown out, it passes over the scented pad, diffusing the aroma throughout the room. It likely fell out of the humidifier during the move. A small plastic thing was found in an unmarked white box with about 20 of them. It seems to have small metal things inside, and the top unscrews. A banana is shown for scale. It came from a family member who gave a bunch of other random stuff. What are they? This looks like an auto-injector tip, also known as a pen needle. These are disposable, single-use needles used with pen-style injection devices for medications like insulin for diabetes or GLP-1 agonists for weight loss and diabetes management. The plastic hub screws onto the end of the medication pen. The small metal things inside are the extremely fine, sterile, hypodermic needle, which is protected by an outer and an inner cap. Their presence with other medical devices like pulse oximeters is a strong contextual clue. Made of brass, this is 10 inches tall and weighs 13 ounces. It was found in a junk shop with other brass. What is it? It's the front decorative portion of a fireplace andiron. Andirons, also known as fire dogs, are used in pairs inside a fireplace to hold logs up off the hearth floor, which allows for better air circulation and a more efficient fire. An andiron consists of a horizontal dog or bar on which the logs sit, and a vertical decorative front piece like this one. The holes are where it would have been screwed or bolted into the functional log holding part of the iron. This is just the ornamental front from a classic fireplace accessory. This is a blue silicone cap, 2.5 centimeters long, with Devilan printed on it. What is it? It's a cap off a solar MC4 connector. MC4 connectors are a type of single-contact electrical connector commonly used for connecting solar panels together. They are waterproof and designed for outdoor use. To protect the connectors from dust and moisture before they are connected, they come with these tight-fitting silicone or rubber caps. Devilan is likely the brand name of the connector or the solar panel. This is just a protective cap that was removed during a solar panel installation and was dropped. These are paired plastic E-shaped clips or hooks with embedded screws. Each is about an inch across. They were found in a kitchen a few months apart. What are they? These are the fridge door tensioners, or self-closers, from a Samsung French door model refrigerator. These small plastic cams are part of the hinge mechanism. They are designed to use gravity to automatically pull the refrigerator door shut from a slightly ajar position, ensuring a good seal and saving energy. As the commenter notes, they are a known failure point and can break, which is likely why these were found on the floor. The link shows a replacement part. Found while metal detecting in the woods in southeastern Poland, this is a rectangular box, possibly made of aluminum. It's open on one end and has some lettering on the side. What is it from? It's one of the enclosures from a Unimore Neptune 212A TV. Unimore was a Polish electronics company, and the Neptune was a popular model of television set in Poland during the Soviet era. This metal box would have been a shield or an enclosure for one of the electronic modules inside the TV, such as the tuner or the IF amplifier. The link to the Polish Electronics Forum shows pictures of the inside of this specific TV model, and you can see the cutouts on this part that match the components on the circuit board. It's a piece of Eastern Bloc electronics history. Found in a thrift store, this ceramic object is about the size of a teacup, and its base is attached. What is this charming, possibly kitchen-related piece of pottery? This is a ceramic sponge holder. It is a decorative and functional accessory designed to sit on the edge of a kitchen sink. It provides a designated spot for a wet kitchen sponge, allowing it to air dry between uses. This helps to keep the sponge from getting smelly and mildewed, and it also keeps the sink area looking tidier. The open design allows for good air circulation. The example in the link, from Rosemary and Thyme, shows a very similar Dear Family soap dish with a sponge holder. These small, translucent plastic pieces, about 1 to 2 centimeters long, are shaped like a Y or a T with 3 short prongs. They are found repeatedly in the drain filter of a Samsung front-load washing machine. What are they, and where are they coming from? These are tile spacers. When a tiler installs ceramic or porcelain tiles, they place these small plastic spacers at the corners of the tiles to ensure a consistent and uniform gap between them for the grout lines. It is very common for a tiler to leave some of these behind in their pockets at the end of a workday. If they then wash their work clothes, the spacers fall out in the washing machine and can end up in the drain filter. Their repeated appearance suggests someone in the household is a tiler or has recently had tile work done. The metal part of this is about 12 inches long, spring-loaded, and rotates to 4 positions, N, S, E, W. It was found in a thrift store amongst kitchen items. What is it? This is a fancy tool cable hanger, or a cable management arm, possibly for a steam iron or a small rotary tool like a Dremel. The device would clamp onto a table or a workbench. The spring-loaded, telescoping, and rotating arm would then hold the power cord of the tool up and out of the way while you are working. This prevents the cord from getting tangled or snagging on the workpiece, which is especially useful for tasks that require a lot of free movement, like ironing or intricate carving work. What is this for, behind the chair in my Premier Inn hotel room? It's a heavy-duty metal ring secured into the floor. The tag says, "Arrest restraint use only." It's a fall arrest anchor point. This is a certified safety anchor for window cleaners or other maintenance personnel who need to work at height on the outside of the building. They would attach the lanyard from their safety harness to this anchor point inside the room before leaning out the window. This ensures that if they were to slip or fall, they would be safely arrested. The restraint use only means it's designed to restrain a person from reaching a fall hazard, not to arrest a dynamic fall from a great height. This small, needle-like item was found on a bedroom floor. It is sharp on both sides, with one having a smaller, sharper point. A match is used for reference. It was found near a newish rug. It is a tip for a circle drawing or compass tool. This is the small, replaceable metal point from a drafting compass or a pair of dividers. One end of the point would be inserted into the leg of the compass, and the other, sharper point, is the part that is placed on the paper to act as the pivot point as a circle is drawn. The 2 different points might be for different surfaces or for different functions of the tool. It likely fell out of a geometry set or a drafting kit. This is a cast iron measuring device of some kind, possibly missing a part. It has a green knob with an all sort of thing on the other side, and most parts move. What is it? This is part of a Hermes engravograph. An engravograph is a pantograph engraving machine. It is used to engrave text or designs onto items like trophies, plaques, and jewelry. The operator would trace a large template with a stylus and the pantograph mechanism would replicate that motion at a reduced size with a cutting tool, engraving the workpiece. This found object is one of the arms or a component of the pantograph linkage from one of these classic engraving machines. What are these for? Two wooden, painted yellow-black big cats. They are 5 inches tall with a 1-inch handle-like bar on the back. These could be scarf slides, like the kind used for Boy Scout neckerchiefs. A scarf slide, also known as a woggle, is a decorative ring or a device used to hold a neckerchief or a scarf in place. The scarf would be passed through the bar on the back of the decorative wooden cat. While typically associated with scouting, decorative scarf slides are also a general fashion accessory. These appear to be a piece of folk art or a handmade version of that classic accessory. What is this built-in metal compartment in my 1970s bathroom? It's low on the wall, and the door swings open to reveal a small, hollow metal box. My unit was originally a penthouse hotel suite. This was originally designed to hold a bathroom scale. The link shows a catalog of vintage Hallmark bathroom accessories from 1962, and this is one of them. It is a recessed, in-wall storage compartment for a bathroom scale. The scale would be stored vertically inside this metal box. When needed, the user would open the door, and the scale would fold out onto the floor, ready for use. It was a clever, space-saving luxury feature for high-end bathrooms of that era. What is the purpose of this rooftop tower in Portland, Maine? It reminds the commenter of the type of towers the old AT&T long-line system used. This is a microwave relay tower. Before fiber optics, long-distance telephone calls and television signals were transmitted across the country via a network of these microwave towers. Each tower would have several large, horn-shaped antennas aimed at other towers, often 20 to 30 miles away. The signal would be received, amplified, and then retransmitted to the next tower in the chain. This is a relic of a now obsolete but once critical piece of the national telecommunications infrastructure. This is a 5-inch-ish brass-wired metal disc in an old theater. It's sort of fan blade-ish on one side and flat and fabric-covered on the other. It was found hanging under the seating. What is it? This looks like a butler button for the floor. This is another type of servant call button. It would have been mounted on the floor, often under a dining room table. The host of a dinner party could discreetly press this button with their foot to summon a servant from the kitchen without having to speak or interrupt the conversation. The wiring would connect it to a bell or an annunciator in the servants' quarters. Its discovery in an old theater might mean it was used to signal a stagehand or was simply part of a prop. This is a glass pot with a hole in the lid. The finder is confused by the hole. What is it for? The hole is a common feature on glass lids. It's to let steam and water vapor out when boiling things. When you are boiling or simmering liquids, a large amount of steam is produced. Without this small vent hole, the steam pressure would build up under the lid, causing it to rattle loudly and potentially allowing boiling liquid to splatter out. With a glass lid, this pressure could even, in rare cases, cause the lid to chip or shatter. The vent hole allows the pressure to escape safely and quietly. This mini pot with paw prints on it was received at an animal rescue benefit. It seems to be for growing catnip, but the finder is unsure. What is its purpose? This is a surprisingly specific and charming item. It's to put cat whiskers in that you find around the house when they fall out. Cats naturally shed their whiskers from time to time. Some cat owners find these shed whiskers to be precious keepsakes. This small decorative pot, with its cute paw print design, is a dedicated container for collecting and saving these found whiskers. The link shows a 3D printed version, but the concept is the same. It's a sweet and sentimental item for a devoted cat lover. This gray, heavy-duty plastic shell is about 8 inches tall by 4 inches wide and is locked to the side of a shopping cart. It reads "Focal Systems" on the front and has what looks like a camera lens near the top. What is it? This looks like a bit of kit to monitor store stock levels in real time. Focal Systems is a company that provides AI solutions for retail. This device, mounted on a shopping cart, likely uses its camera and other sensors to scan the shelves as the cart is pushed around the store by employees or professional shoppers. The system can then automatically detect out-of-stock items, check for price tag accuracy, and monitor inventory levels, providing the store with real-time data to improve their operations and keep the shelves stocked. Suspected wall-mounting plastic, 9 cm long. The finder has 4 of these +4 masonry-looking screws. They suspect it's a wall mounting, but have no memory of what it's for. What are they? OMG, I know what this is. These are the transit bolts for a washing machine, likely a Bosch front loader. The drum of a front-loading washing machine is suspended on springs and shock absorbers. To prevent this drum from being damaged by bouncing around during shipping, the manufacturer installs several long bolts, often with plastic spacers like these, through the back of the machine to lock the drum in place. These must be removed before the machine is used. The screws are the bolts, and the U-shaped plastic part is a spacer and a holder for the waste hose. This 4-pronged stainless steel thing has a threaded hole. It was found by grandparents in their backyard, possibly from the neighbors. What is it for? Do they play bowls? This looks like a bowl jack pickup tool for the game of lawn bowls. In lawn bowls, players roll large, biased bowls, towards a smaller target ball, the jack. As the game involves a lot of bending down to pick up the bowls in the jack, some players, especially older ones, use a pickup tool like this. The 4 prongs would expand to grip the bowl or the jack, and a handle, which is missing here and would screw into the threaded hole, would allow the player to pick it up without bending over. This wooden item with 2 brass circles and a leather wood handle was seen in a pub in rural England. It's circa 30 centimeters long. What is this for? It's an antique double game carrier. This was a traditional accessory used by hunters, particularly in the UK, for carrying small game birds like pheasant, partridge, or grouse after a shoot. The hunter would pass the bird's head or neck through one of the leather or brass loops, which would then hold the bird securely. This double-sided carrier with its 2 sets of loops allowed for carrying multiple birds. The central handle made it easy to carry the day's bag. The link shows a very similar one made of oak and brass by the maker Jefferson. What is this metal wrench multi-tool thing? It has 4 half circles and 4 circles cut out, all different sizes and numbered. It also has a wrench at the top and a flathead screwdriver at the bottom. After a bunch of bored Googling, the finder solved it. It seems to be part of a system used to sharpen chainsaws. The various numbered holes and half circles would be used as a guide to check the diameter of the round file used for sharpening, the depth of the rakers, the part of the chain that controls the depth of the cut, and the correct filing angles for the cutting teeth. The wrench and screwdriver would be for making adjustments to the chainsaw's bar and chain. It's a multi-tool for chainsaw maintenance, possibly from a Russian or Eastern European source. This wooden device is about 8 inches long and 7 inches tall and is holding 3 golf balls. Is it just a simple holder? Yes, that's exactly what it is, a golf ball holder. It is a simple decorative desktop or shelf accessory for a golfer. It provides a neat and stylish way to display 3 special golf balls. These could be balls with a favorite course's logo, balls used to score a hole-in-one or a personal best round, or simply as a piece of golf-themed decor for an office or a study. Its purpose is purely for display. This small, filter-like object was found loose under the hood of a 2016 Honda Civic when changing the car battery. Is it important? Yes, it is important. It goes in the brake fluid tank. This small mesh filter sits in the neck of the brake fluid reservoir. Its purpose is to prevent any dirt, debris, or contaminants from falling into the reservoir when you open the cap to check or top up the brake fluid. Keeping the brake fluid absolutely clean is critical for the proper and safe functioning of the brake system. It has likely been dislodged during a previous service and should be put back in its place. Found on a flea market in the Netherlands, this is a wood and metal tool, about 40 centimeters long. What is it? This is a traditional vegetable cutter, the kind that was used a lot in Indian households, known as a boti, or pirdai. The user would sit on the wooden base, stabilizing it with their foot or body weight. The curved, upright blade is then used for chopping vegetables. The unique feature of this one is the round, serrated part at the top, which is a coconut grater. The user would press a halved coconut against this rotating or fixed grater to scrape out the coconut meat. It's a versatile, traditional kitchen tool. These are small, brittle flakes that break easily and are white-black. About 50 of them were found on the top shelf of a pantry underneath a bag of cat food. A penny is used for scale. These are seeds. The commenter isn't sure of the exact type, maybe from a coniferous tree or a crepe myrtle, but the important part is that a rodent is stashing them there. You have either mice, rats, or a rogue squirrel that has found its way into your pantry. The animal is using the space behind or under the bag of cat food as a safe place to hoard a supply of seeds that it has gathered from outside. It's a clear sign of a pest problem. This tool was found on the wall of a hickory hollow. It's about 2.5 feet long and made of steel or iron. What is it for? It's a hay knife. Before hay was baled by modern machinery, it was often stored loose in a large stack or in a hayloft. Over time, this loose hay would become very compacted and difficult to remove in sections. A hay knife, with its long, sharp, and often serrated blade and one or more handles, was used to saw and cut through this dense, compacted hay, allowing a farmer to remove a neat slice or section to feed to their livestock. It's a classic antique farm tool. I found this short pipe to nowhere buried in a patch of soil in the driveway. It's heavy and solid. Any idea what this is? This is likely just a piece of trash. It's a hunk of 1.5-inch black iron pipe. Black iron pipe is commonly used for natural gas lines. This is probably just an offcut, a leftover piece of pipe that was dropped and buried during the construction of the house or when gas lines were installed in the building. It is not connected to anything and serves no purpose. It is simply a forgotten piece of construction debris. What is this? Found it in the back of a pantry cabinet. It's made of plastic, with wires connecting the two pieces together. It's a motor for a toy, like an educational robot kit. The piece on the right is a battery pack, which would hold AA batteries. The piece on the left is a small DC electric motor with a gearbox. The link shows a science kit that uses these exact components. These simple pre-wired motor and battery pack modules are very common in STEM and robotics kits for children, used to power the wheels of a small robot or to make other parts move. What are these large gray plastic things on every third railing? This is Ventev's Wi-Fi handrail enclosure. In large public venues like stadiums, convention centers, or transit stations, providing ubiquitous Wi-Fi coverage can be a challenge. This is a clever solution. It is a rugged, weatherproof enclosure designed to house a small Wi-Fi access point. The enclosure is then integrated directly into the handrail system. This allows the venue to place access points very close to the users in a discreet and protected way, ensuring a strong and reliable wireless signal throughout the entire area. These are round, beige, symmetrical, 1 centimeter sticky, putty-textured circles. They were left in a Ziploc bag by a babysitter and have no scent. What are they? As the father of a 13-month-old, the commenter can confidently say, these are yogurt melts. Yogurt melts are a very popular snack for babies and toddlers. They are small, freeze-dried drops of yogurt that are designed to dissolve easily in a child's mouth. However, if they are exposed to moisture in the air for very long, they lose their crispness and become chewy, malleable, and sticky, just like described. The commenter's guess of the carrot mango flavor would explain the beige or orange color. This old wooden object is about 18 inches long. It consists of 2 pieces of wood, one of which slides over the other and has a turning knob. What is this woodworking tool? This could be a type of marking gauge. A marking gauge is a tool used in woodworking to scribe a line parallel to the edge of a board. This one seems to be a panel gauge, a larger version of a standard marking gauge. The long bar, the beam, slides through the fence, the head. The user would lock the fence at the desired distance with the turning knob. A small pin or a blade at the end of the beam would then be used to scratch a layout line as the fence is slid along the edge of a large panel or a wide board. These are small, light, grayish, cylindrical pellets, sort of like compressed paper material. Kittens keep finding them and trying to eat them. Their litter is clay-based and looks nothing like this. What are they? It looks like newspaper cat litter. This is a type of cat litter made from recycled compressed newspaper. It is sold in the form of these small, grayish pellets. It is a popular alternative to clay litter as it is often lighter, less dusty, and more environmentally friendly. Even though the kitten's current litter is clay, they may have been used to this type of litter where they came from, or there might be a bag of it stored somewhere that they have gotten into. If you love uncovering strange and mysterious objects, hit that like button and subscribe. Stay curious. More finds coming soon.